Right, guys, welcome back to Eunice Talks Chelsea. I hope all of you are doing well. Good morning, good evening, good night, depending on what time zone you're in right now, because let's be honest, I think everyone in the United Kingdom right now feels like they're in a different time zone, right? We all feel completely disturbed. I'm not even there. I'm a bit further down line, and I feel completely discombobulated after what went down last night or this morning. I don't even know what to call it. But yeah, I think we're all lacking on sleep and we're all overdosed on caffeine. So yeah, I hope you're all feeling good. I hope you all rested well after one of the best nights of our lives last night. Without question, that will go down in history. That will be something to tell the grandkids. And we did say that it was probably going to be down like that before that game, because when you're thinking Mexico-England at the Azteca, it just had football heritage written all over it. And here we are. We got an absolute all-time classic that we can talk about for decades. So I hope all of you are feeling good after all of that. We'll see how it all goes now against Norway. But later on tonight on Eunice Talks Football, Portugal, Spain, the Iberian derby, and we've got, I mean, the FIFA, Trump, Infantino massive showdown here. USA versus Belgium. And Balogun's cleared. So, yeah. Make sure you're over on Eunice Talks Football. We're going to be doing the watch-alongs for those, and you guys are going to be there to make sure that we see how it all transpires. So, much appreciated. Chelsea news. There's only one video. I think that there's not been any news because of the England stuff. All the journalists have had to sleep, I think. Nothing's happened, right? Up until now. Last couple of hours, we've had some big news. So, one video today. Tomorrow we'll see if we can get two out. But before we get cracking into the video and into the latest, a word from the channel sponsor. Here it is. Right, before we get into today's video, a quick word from our sponsor. Now, as football fans, we tend to let ourselves go all the time. So don't worry, I've got something that's going to help all of us, because it's helping me and I'm going to help all of you as well. We tend to let ourselves go when we're traveling to games, when we're watching games. We don't eat well, we don't sleep well, well, that's all about to change. And I'm going to show you exactly how. We've teamed up with Oxford Natural and their Optimum Day and Night supplements. Optimum Day, designed around energy, cravings, and helping keep people on track. Optimum Night, more around sleep, recovery, and helping switch off properly. Examples of people in the scene that have gone through this. You know Robbie from AFTV, as well as Michael Owen. Robbie, who's lost 36 kilos. Michael Owen, who's lost 16. And we're talking about an ex-pro here. Also, United Views, Owen and KG. And also Anita, an immigration lawyer who lost over 44 pounds after having their second child. And Linda, a legal executive who lost over 50 pounds after hitting 40 and wanted to make health her priority again. You can click the link in the description to have a look at their full stories, but if you're sat there thinking, I've got to make my health my priority now, I've got to sort myself out, you could not have picked a better time. This QR code and the discount code YTC70, that is going to allow you to have 70% off your first order. So you guys know what to do. Get to that QR code right now and start putting health as your #1 priority. Thank you to Oxford Natural. Let's get on with the rest of the video. Right, there we are. Let's get cracking. Thank you to Oxford Natural. 100% organic, by the way. Thank you. Now, Garnacho. Let's get straight into it. Here it is. Bobby Vincent saying exclusive, Chelsea will only consider permanent exit for Alejandro Garnacho this summer. There have been reports of interest in loan, or on loan, but sources say Chelsea would only sanction permanent transfer. No club-to-club talks yet for the 22-year-old winger. We also have, there is interest in Garnacho, and have been reports in Italy regarding Roma wanting to loan the winger. But Chelsea, sources say, will only consider a permanent transfer this summer. Ben Jacobs telling us as well, Alejandro Garnacho is for sale this summer, as revealed on TalkSport back in April. Chelsea will not consider a loan. As Bobby Vincent reported, no club-to-club discussions at this point, but a number of teams interested. So, Garnacho's for sale. Okay, let's dissect this one. I'm glad, right? But I've got to ask the question, why do we put ourselves in this situation in the first place? Why? Why? You know, when Garnacho came in, I think we all looked and went, you know, yeah, look, everyone was unsure. That's for sure. Everyone was unsure. You either had people that were like, what is this? Or you had people that were like, it could work, it might not. I don't think anyone was conclusively looking at this going, yeah, what a deal, not one. Now, let me bring up a hypothesis for you guys, yeah? Let me bring up let's retrospectively look at things. Do you remember when we were linked with Kvaratskhelia? Do you remember that? yeah? Before he went to PSG, we were linked. Imagine if we went all in for someone like that at that time. And we spent that money, which wasn't even astronomical. It was a decent transfer fee. He went to PSG for what? 60-odd, 70-odd million, I think it was. His wages at the moment, he's on about 200 or so a week, 250. Imagine if we had done that, plucked in before he got his move to PSG, when we were linked with him. Instead of then going and blowing 100 mil on Garnacho and Gittins, and then being in a situation where 1 year after you buy him, not even 1 year, technically 11 months, after we buy him, we're now putting him up for sale. That tells me whoever is buying ain't got a flipping Scooby. Yeah, as we say. Let me translate, because probably some people hear that and think, what, Scooby-Doo? Whoever is buying hasn't got a clue what they're doing. So why are these people still at the football club? You see, this is why I've got so much resistance and hesitancy in terms of moving forward, believing that the model's being tweaked and changed. BS, I don't believe it one bit. If it was, Blueco would have done what Redbird did at AC Milan. And we've already been through that. If Blueco were genuine and they were looking at this and the responsibility was really with the directors and they were going, nah, you know what, this can't continue. We got to change this up. Yeah. Redbird, what did they do? Redbird, just because AC Milan just about missed out. They still play Europe, but they just about missed out Champions League. Just about. Everyone's fired. Everyone. Even Allegri got chopped. Right? He's a reputable manager in Italy at least. Allegri chopped. The director chopped. The CEO chopped. Everyone got chopped. Yeah? What was it? Chief Scout as well, I think. Like, they all got obliterated. Redbird, like, that's it. We now have to change up and bring in proper footballing people. That shows proper intention to try and make a big difference. To get rid of the incompetency. What have Blueco done? This is why for me, no, it's with the owners. Winstanley's a puppet, Stewart's a puppet, Shields a puppet, Jules a puppet. Fallow's just walked in basically yesterday, so I mean, he's probably a puppet too, but he just walked in yesterday. I can't really put too much on him in terms of the job for the last 4 years. He wasn't here. But why are all these guys still in jobs then? You end up with things like this. Tell me, where's the stability going to come from? Tell me, where's the stability going to come from? Considering that last season, Garnacho was our starting left winger. Let's be honest. He was our starting left winger. He wasn't good, but he was our starting left winger. How is it we're going to get stability if positions keep changing? They keep changing and changing and changing and changing. Vega was here playing. 6 months later, he's gone. Where's the stability going to come from? Why don't you just go all in to get someone proper and stick with him for the next 5, 10 years? Oh, because that goes against the model. We can't sell that player because he's going to be sticking around. Some people are going to say, yeah, but Palmer and Caicedo, Reece James. You know, great. Why don't we do that for everybody and have a team that we can stick with, like the other top teams? Tell me, are PSG selling anyone right now? They might sell someone who sits on the bench that don't get game time. Are Arsenal selling anyone from their first 11? They might maybe make a tweak here and there, yeah? A rumour maybe about Martinelli or Trossard, that's it, to try and upgrade a position. Done. Everyone else is still there. What are we doing? Every single window, there's a shift, there's a change. Again. Because that's the model. We get in, low, play, minutes, value, sell. Thank you. Where's the stability going to come from? It's not going to come. So then when people expect results, where are you expecting it from? When you're playing against teams that are all stable and better. We could have avoided all of this. We really could have. But we didn't. And what are we going to do after this? Repeat the cycle? Let's see. Let's see who this Premier League ready, experienced, versatile frontliner who can play left wing and across the entire front line. That's what we've heard is the target. We don't know who fits the bill, right? Except Morgan Rogers was the name touted, but he's 120 million. We're not going near. Arsenal might even hesitate with that. So what's going on? Who are we going to get there? Let's see. But don't expect any different when you've still got the same people in charge. It's all they know. So Garnacho, yeah. Glad he's going to be sold. But what a waste of time. Do you know what I mean? What a waste of time. So let me know your thoughts on that one. Let me know your thoughts. Do you agree or disagree? I'd love to know where you stand on that one. Let me know in the comments. Now, the next one. Check this out. Again, just check this out. Pep Chavarria wants the Chelsea move, but Rayo Vallecano are so far asking for his full £21.5 million release clause. So, was it yesterday? I went into, I spoke about Pep Chavarria and I was asking, yeah, hang on, what was the fee that we put in? Because the first bid got rejected. And I was like, what is it that we actually put in? Yeah, 10.5 million was what we put in, right? And then the rumour was that they're asking for more than 15. Well, 21.5 is the release clause, yeah? That's the release clause. Now, considering that according to Nizar Kinsella and according to the reports, Pep Chavarria is someone that Alonso wants. Their words, not mine, yeah? Alonso wants him. Tell me, yeah? Let's bring this logic back in. Is anyone going to try and tell me that we can't pay 21.5 million for a 28-year-old? Okay, people are hesitant to do it for someone who's 33 in Granit Xhaka. Okay, cool. At least there's something to talk about there because he is 33. You can't deny that. This guy's 28. And Alonso wants him. What are we doing? Albeit he's going to be the backup to Yoro Hato, but we need someone. If something happens to Yoro Hato, fantastic. We ain't got a left back. So we need someone in. Alonso wants this guy. He's got a release clause of 21.5 mil. We've bid 10. What are we doing? What, to try and save just 10 mil? Or we could have at least gone in with maybe something a bit closer. 15. Try and push them a little bit. We've not done that yet. Rayo Vallecano are saying release clause, 21.5. You can then go straight to the play. You don't need to speak to us. What are we waiting for? Pre-season starts in 3 days' time. What are we waiting for? Do you see the problem here? It's the same script. It's the same things happening all over again, the way this is looking. Why are we hesitating? I thought we self-reflected. I thought we were looking to change. I thought we were looking to back the manager now because he's got a manager title. He's not got a coach title. He's got a manager title. So he's got a say. Well, if he's got a say, get him what he wants. That's going to come at a price. That's just logical. What are we doing? Let me show you this. This is from Spain. Chelsea's first attempt to sign Pep Chavarria has not been successful, but considering that it is a request from Xabi Alonso and that the player is open to the move, it will not be the last offer. Chelsea need to reach Rayo Vallecano's figures, albeit that's come from Spain, so maybe the Spanish press are trying to push it in favour of Rayo Vallecano here. I understand that. But if he's got a release clause, he's got a release clause. You can maybe go in one bid close to the release clause and try and, maybe save a bit there, but maybe Rayo Vallecano might say yes or no. If they say no, just put the release clause in. Is Alonso going to get who he wants or not? Because that's what everyone was complaining about before. And now we're going to complain that, oh no, but we've got to save 3 mil here, 4 mil here. No, but don't work like that. It's a contradiction. Or are we that tight? Because we're that strapped for cash? Uncomfortable discussions. Let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know your thoughts. Would you take this player considering that Alonso wants him? Let me know. And would you pay 21.5 million as a release clause for him? Let me know. To wrap up, we got some outgoing transfer news. A transfer has been completed. Here it is. Tyreek George has completed a permanent transfer to Premier League club Everton. We thank Ty for his efforts throughout his time at Chelsea and wish him every success as he begins a new chapter in his career. Tyreek George has left, I think it's about 25 mil. I'm not so sure. I don't think the fee's been disclosed just yet. But Tyreek George heads to Everton. He spent a season-long loan there. And yeah, done decent, I would say. Evil Saka is out of the door. It's a little bit of a shame, but I wish Tyreek George the best. I think I only have good things to say about Tyreek George since he's been here. He broke into the first team from Cobham. And yeah, I don't think he's really set a foot wrong. Yes, he's not lit it up, and I think he's still got a lot of developing to do. But I think he's someone on the right track, and I think Everton is a perfect place for him right now, where he is going to be playing week in, week out, and I think he can turn into a very good winger. So Tyreek George, much appreciated for everything, considering that he grew up and done everything at Cobham. Up until now, so good luck for the rest of your career, and I wish you all the best. Not too much because you're at Everton, and we got to finish above you. I can't believe I've just said that, but after last season, anything's flipping possible. But Tyreek George, big up to you and good luck in everything that you do going forward. Yeah, he's left Chelsea Football Club. So. Are you happy with that or not? Let me know down below. I think that signifies as well that we got to get someone in. If Garnacho's up for sale, someone's coming in, surely. But who? Let's see. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And I will catch all of you on here tomorrow on Eunice Talks Football a little later. So make sure you're there as well. And we'll see if we're going to get a double in tomorrow for you guys to see what's popping, and I'll give you my thoughts. So make sure you're there. Subscribe, notification bell on, and I'll catch you later. Take care, people, and peace.